August 2021, and we're hanging out alongside the highway. Woo! Highway 93 in Banff. And this is where the beginning is of this nice little hike that we're going to go on today. And it's called Noseeum? What's the name of the hike? Okay, I guess there's this bug called Noseeum, and this is where we're going up a creek that makes noseeums, which I've never even heard of that word. I've heard of nauseum, which is not the same word at all. So we're staying at Mosquito Creek Campground. I was told that there's a bunch of waterfalls on this one, so we're gonna go check some of these out. Noseeum Creek, and you get to a point here where you kind of see a big wall of boulders kind of in behind us here. Very smoky today. It's smoky because as we left, I noticed that we have 12 active fires right now within less than 100 kilometers of our current location. This is one thing that I find really cool within the mountains here. Water flowing through here, and you can walk over top of it. You can't see it at all, but there's a full little creek that's flowing into the other one, and the rocks just hide the stream, basically. So all the water just kind of flows in there, and you can just walk over top of all of this stuff. Yeah, kind of crazy. Full 1.2 kilometers up. This whole trail here to get to the little lake, it looks like it's around 3.5 kilometers, so we're about a third of the way there. And you keep following the creek, but what's nice is that the creek kind of turns and it gets a slightly higher elevation, and then you can kind of see the end of like this boulder mountain. I don't even know what else to call it, kind of in behind us here. And then we can see directly in behind us here, there's a waterfall at the far back. Gorgeous little views. The only downfall about this is that the creek is very noisy. So try to make more noise than normal just so that bears can hear you coming. Because with the noise from the creek, it really muffles all the sound. But I make a lot of noise usually, so we're good. We had a fun time walking through those boulders back there, and definitely boulders because some of them were like way larger than my own vehicle. But then you come across this big open space. We're kind of at the end of the valley here. So over top of those waterfalls and behind there, there's a lake. We're gonna go try and find the trail that leads up to this. Well, on the north side of the main canyon waterfall, it's kind of center, there's actually a classic definition here of a Horsetail Waterfall. It's hard for you guys to see on this because I'm a little bit too close, but I got right in the middle of this here, and you can, classic definition meaning that the water touches the rocks the whole way and it kind of scatters open like hair, just like a horsetail would. To get the view of these types of waterfalls, it's best to be a little bit further away. You're gonna come for a swim? It's more like a bath. It's only 2.3 kilometers up and about 450 meters of elevation gain. And now we're at the wall. And there's actually trails to get up here, but at the back here, you can see that over there is where you would go back up, I think on the side of the falls, and there's a way you can cut around to get up there. And this is only like this is probably a 50-meter elevation hike in one little swoop. You need to get to the top of this thing. But there's a pretty waterfall, so I'm just gonna go show you guys here. I don't even know what the name of these waterfalls are. It's cascades throughout, and there's a couple waterfalls along this valley here. This is obviously the tallest one, but it's got the biggest valley, the biggest canyon to get through. It's kind of a nifty little spot. And this is the type of hike you want to do when it's smoky like this in Alberta, mainly because you don't have to worry about views. Let's see if I can get across here and just do the jump. Oh, there you go. That was a little bit sketch, just a tiny bit. I should have took out a pole, but I was too lazy to. So this is basically on the other side of these waterfalls. I'm, according to the map on all trails, it kind of goes up and it cuts around. And I'm 90% sure that this is where you would want to go. Where there's a cairn down below here. So on the other side there's one up top here. So there's the waterfall at the back here. And then there's like a really, really steep bit right here. The people that put some cairns there. And then you kind of loop around the backside here and you S up. Unfortunately, you won't see that today. There's supposed to be a pretty lake right over top of here. But we're gonna turn around and I would show you the nice view that we have in behind us here. It's kind of pretty, but there's also not a whole lot of view because of the smoke. But nonetheless, we come out hiking. These trips we're planning weeks and months ahead of time. So smoke or no smoke, rain or shine, we're out here exploring Alberta. I'm Eric Tremblay. These are my adventures.